volume isn't too loud. Because every time I start this up, it's a little different. Somebody usually winds up telling me. Oh man. I have coffee, but it kind of sucks. It's burned. It's only 10 o'clock. But like my brain thinks it's 9 o'clock? Worst feeling ever. We really need to do away with the time change. Pogzilla, Pogzilla, Pogzilla. Really ought to make some kind of command that just shouts Pogzilla. Alright, I have this thing. Say It Live is ready. I have this thing. What the heck happened to my bits? Holy crap. Yeah. Okay, so I work on a magazine every month, or mostly every month. There's almost always a hidden image, and it's usually just, it's like one of the more challenging things I do, because I usually start with an idea like this, like a bunch of kids making like, because this is a space and STEM themed magazine, so they're making, hopefully you can hear me. Hold on a sec. I can, yeah, I think I'm going to turn it up a little. Space and STEM themed, so it's for kids. So I'm making these kids, and they're building some kind of lunar rover out of boxes. It reminds me of when I was a kid. I would do the same. I would build things like out of boxes and love it. Sometimes my chest hurts. Nobody worry. Nobody. Let's find my rewards queue so I don't lose track of this. Twitch rewards Q. How do you spell Q? Literally all the. Okay, maybe it's under channel points. Boom. I just googled it. Channel points and manage the rewards and review. There we go. Okay, can I have that? And if Kingsley ever comes back on, I will share the story that he paid his channel points for. All right. So yeah, this will be my current drawing for a little while until I get bored. I moved all my stuff around, so now I got to figure out how to again. I hated having this little thing that's down here for my mouse and stuff. So now I got to try and figure out. It's been a while since I've worked like this. All right, so things I'm going to hide in this lunar rover thing with the kids is going to be, wait. No, please tell me. There we go. Spacecraft. That's the publisher's idea. So, Jeff, your idea. So different things like Sputnik, Mercury, Gemini, I think, Apollo, the regular old shuttle, some big-ass rocket, more rockets. So I'm going to hide all of these somewhere in here, which means I have to draw them first. So let's start with Sputnik, which is essentially, we make a whole new layer and call it Sputnik. 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 Did I spell that right? How do you spell Sputnik? Sputnik. Alright. Let's turn it black. And the cool thing about Sputnik is it's super simple. And super simple fits into big old drawings like this pretty easily. So I'm going to draw it. It's just a sphere. Everything's just a little quirky and a little shaky. and I'll have to go through and do a lot of shading like this on other things. But it has these weird, cool, I don't know what the heck these are. Oop, let me look at my reference. Where'd it go? There are like 4 things that stick off of it in different directions. I'm going to draw it kind of big because it's so simple. Sometimes, let me see here. Sometimes it's kind of hard to hide things when they're so dinky, but, and then, you know, having to search for them is kind of boring. So, you know, I was thinking, could hide something like this. Shore up the lines a little bit. Alright, first one. That's going to be the easiest one of the morning. Veriest, easiest. So this next one is kind of... It's like why do I keep hitting space? Varying levels of complexity, right? Draw it off to the side. This is where drawing ellipses. You used to pull up a keyboard when I did this. This one's called Mercury. Alright, so drawing ellipses. Sometimes drawing ellipses is horrid. Today is no different. Here we go. I like to do this sometimes. This one's free. Watch. So then we can erase parts of these lines. Why is that? Stan watching at work. Just yesterday I had an astronaut from the quote on the cover. Oh, Digger? Yeah, tell me his grandson won't put down an issue until he finds every hidden image. Really? Finds them before his grandmother. Wow. Well, that's pretty incredible. So I'm glad somebody notices. The Rover issue. You rock. That's awesome. Thanks, Jeff. That's good encouragement. Can I get your sign off if you're still on doing something like this? You know, like kids building stuff out of cardboard boxes. Like I did this when I was a kid. I built submarines, race cars, all kinds of stuff. I don't know why we had so many corrugate boxes laying around, but we did. Weird. But yeah, hopefully this is good. This is a really weird rocket array on the bottom. Check these out. Awesome. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it. It's good encouragement. Go enjoy work. Shouldn't have erased the bottom part of that, but that's fine. So it has weird little things that stick out of over here, off the bottom. Hold on. A ton of kids and parents about the time building with junk. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, if you don't build with junk, I mean, Legos. If you have Lego, then building isn't junk, but like if you throw enough of them on the floor, it feels like junk. I'm just going to draw 3 circles because I don't want to get too detailed. There's no way anybody will notice it. Looks like a pepper shaker. Do I draw this big thing hanging off of it? I'm going to draw this close and then move it away. When I was a kid, I inherited a bunch of drawing utensils from a great uncle who was a professional artist and a very crabby man, but he was a professional artist, and he had all these like tools to draw ellipses. They look like rulers and stuff, but you would pull in different sizes of them out, like to get precision. Oh my gosh, it was such a pain. I have a Lego building issue coming up. Really? Illustrated the 8-page story for that one. Nice, an 11-year-old. Jeez. Yeah, you know, if you, I know it's probably can't be called Lego issue, but that should be a pretty cool issue. That sounds like fun. Let's move this further away. This one should be pretty interesting to hide. Yep. Lego was like this huge. Now we're old enough to only, you know, to remember only having like the space shuttle kits, you know, anything with the guys with the regular old helmet and like that symbol on their chest that looked like whoosh, like an arrow going around a planet. Gosh, that was cool. And like you had this space, the policeman one, the fireman one. I never wanted those. That wasn't a thing that I was super interested in. And that was it. We didn't have a lot of really cool, like, specialized kits. Like nowadays, there are some really cool kits. Building bricks, but he also did the Dream Chaser spaceship story a long while back. Dream Chaser spaceship. I don't know why I can't remember that. I don't know why I can't remember it. I'm just going to draw one flag on here, like so. Man, my hand is actually working today right off the bat. Alright. It's not always that way. So now, this is where the... You know, I had an idea of where I was going to put this, and then I drew it much bigger than I thought. So here we go. Now we get to figure out where else to put it. Oops. Don't do it this way, guys. This is the hard way. I had a place, and now I'm like, okay. No. I would rather not shrink it. I could hide it amongst all this junk up here. It is what I will do. I will hide it amidst the junk. Ooh, wonder if I should flip it around this way and hide it amidst the junk. Yeah. Yeah. Building bricks, so cool. Okay, Mercury, Sputnik. This is the. Let's hide part of this. I'm gonna zoom in for this though. I had to choose this kind of music for today because it's kind of spacey. Not really. It's techie feeling. Why can't this work? Oh, I put it on the wrong one. Replace layer mask, yes. You guys, why didn't that work? There we go. Okay. It's two things hidden. Moving right along. At some point, this becomes extremely difficult. This thing is kind of like, looks like everything else in the world. I kind of wanted to make it with that door open on the side. Whatever door hatch thing. I'm going to get my exercise drawing ellipses. All of these little cans for headlights and stuff seems like a great place to hide a thing. Oh gosh, what is this one called? Jeff, what did I do? What is this one called? Gemini? No. Shoot. I shall find the email. Going to the email. Thrilling. Content, baby. Content. Gemini. It is Gemini. Okay, it's Gemini. Gemini. How do you spell Gemini? This one. I think it might be Gemini. I pulled together all this reference and then I didn't label anything. Mainly because this software doesn't really label anything. But yeah. I'm going to proceed with the assumption that it is Gemini. Yay. Okay. I was right. Alright, let's match the ellipse on one of these, and we'll go from there. Just going to draw it really dark. And then we'll move it off over here. That eraser behaves very strangely. Oh, jeez, I just totally duffed that. Must erase this one and this one. Make these slightly bigger. Got a weird shaped end on it. Like so. Let's rotate this all the way around so I can wind up using it like, whoop, somewhere in here. Ish. Sounds ridiculous and sort of like cheating. Wait, no, that isn't right. But when this isn't really my style, just drawing super kind of sloppy is the bad kind of word for it. But with a little bit more disarray, but the more kind of chaos that you can introduce into something, the easier it's going to be to hide stuff in it. I just wanted to use that one for a guide. So yeah, pro tip, if you ever wind up doing one of these hidden images types of things, they're very challenging, extremely challenging. If I taught an advanced drawing class, this is one of the things I would use to teach. Which I would love to teach that kind of thing. Fact, no one wants to pay for it. I'm not complaining, I get it. In a survival situation, I'm the first thing to go, right? We don't need the artists. I feel like that needs to flare out more. Maybe not. It's not until civilization really gets rolling that you figure out you need the beautification of things in your life. Let's draw that door. It goes in this part. Wait, does it? Yeah. I'm gonna draw it right up against here. No, let's move like this. What did I miss? What did I miss? Hey, oh, hey, how you doing? Oh my gosh. Leontine, you're from, what was that storytelling? Society for Creative Storytelling or something like that site that I used to hang out on all the time. I have not been there in ages. Well, how are you? I'm glad you stopped by. Thanks for liking the stream. Showing support. I haven't thought of that site in ages. Should probably go visit. Alright, get rid of this thing. My goal with this one was to have just larger, instead of hiding just tiny things in it, larger items. Like I have over here, like this lamp. I was hoping it would look like a lampshade. Alright, let's get rid of... Oh, forgot this part right here. This door. Now, it might look like it sticks out like a sore thumb, but once you get a bunch of stuff on here and then start coloring it, hides a little better. So, this one... Okay, we got Sputnik. Got Mercury. Got Gemini. Gotta do, let's see. Next. Uh-oh, did I just crash my frickin' reference software? Okay. Is this one Apollo? I think this one might be Apollo. I might draw this one from the side, like directly from the side, to try and hide it somewhere in here. And when you're doing these kind of things, you look and see, like, okay, let me flood an area with red, like red, the reddest of red. And then what I do sometimes is, oop, oh, I just want this to show, stop. Like this. And you can kind of hide, or not hide, you can kind of show where you've been. So now the red things are the things we're hiding. So then I can look at it and go, well, I have nothing in this area, or this area, or this area to help hide stuff. And just kind of spread it out. So this guy... Don't start complaining. Maybe I should try and hide it in one of these. No, because I like those box wheels. Those things are great. You know what I didn't do? Check this out. Forgot. You know, this gray bar at the bottom will be where all the things are, all the items that you're supposed to find. But I do want this to overlap it, just for fun, just to make a little depth. You know what I mean? Alright, no more dodging. Let's see. Let's draw this one directly from the side. I keep doubting myself, like whether or not I should draw it directly from the side. Well, let's label this one before I forget. Apollo. Apollo. Does Apollo have two L's? I think maybe. I don't want to Google it. So we'll start. This will be easy, right? Draw it with maybe a slight... Oh, let's not do it red, huh? Not yet. A slight curve. It's got just like a cone on the end. And it's got some weird kind of, I don't know, diamond-shaped antenna thing that sticks off the end. Yeah, and then like little random stuff, like a little, I'm just going to draw a little window or whatever that is there, because it's like a little square. I'm not going to do a bunch of that stuff, but I want it to look kind of like it. Alright, so wait, it's just a big cone, but it's kind of a curved cone, or flared. So my ellipse is a little off, but it'll read. Oh, there's like a whole bunch of like open crap on the side. So let's do just a big door that's open. And then kind of just do some miscellaneous little... Don't draw all the things, 'cause you'll kick yourself. Okay, this is where I was going to hide it. In here somewhere. If you draw with these things in mind all the way along, you have to be some kind of savant. I have to plan, I have to just draw and then fit things in later, which may be a bad plan, but oops. Because otherwise I get quirky stuff that doesn't look right. Oops. Yeah. It's not too easy to find. See, I don't want these things to be too easy to find, but... Let's see, what else we got? We got... regular old space shuttle. I say regular old because that's what I grew up with, so I'm less impressed with it. Even though it's probably, well, it's one of the most advanced ones. So do I draw it with the big fuel canisters on it? Are they canisters? Are they rockets? They're probably rockets. I'm going to probably try and wedge it in here. Let me see. Shuttle. Stop. Let me draw this to begin with. Maybe I'll just do... That tail always jacks me up. Alright, so this is kind of a great place to hide the tail. Why? Oh. Oh my gosh, I just keep screwing that up. It's got kind of this one tail, or tail fin. It goes at an angle. Then it's got, see, this is way more complex. Yeah. Oh, but it's going to interfere with Sputnik. Unless I can move Sputnik. I'm going to wind up moving Sputnik. Just don't know where. I don't know where I'm going to put Sputnik. Dang. I don't have it. Stupid. Frickin' Russian spacecraft. If I put it there, it's going to be awful easy to find. Or will it? Let me just leave it there. Oh no, it doesn't have a bend in its nose. It just goes. You know what key I never use on my keyboard? Caps lock. And somehow I always wind up hitting it. In Photoshop, if you hit the caps lock key, watch. So I have like this shape of my, I'm going to zoom way in. Look at that triangular shape, you know, I draw like that. That's the brush end. If I hit caps lock, it makes it disappear. Who wants that? I need to figure out how to make that stop doing that. Okay. These wings swoop out. Do a little swooping. With the kid's cover and his art from his Dream Chaser story. Yeah, is it good? Is it good? Let me look. Let me just look. Messenger. I always miss Messenger stuff. If he didn't tell me, I wouldn't. That's cute. He hand lettered it all. Oh, that's cute. Check it out. Dream Chaser's Journey. I like the shape of that ship, but he did a good job. Oh, that was a sneak peek at the issue. That's cute. I like it. It takes the burden off me. I'm going to leave this line across the top of it, maybe, so that it fools a little bit. Maybe I'll make them a little thinner, but let's hide some of the underneath bits. Excuse me. And what I'll do is clean up this line. Oh, wait, you sent the Lego story too? Ah. I don't want to zoom this close to do any kind of work on this, but it's going to help clean it up a little bit. I just wanted to get this line a little bit less. There. I won't hate that. That's fine. Oh, you know what I gotta do? Space Shuttle has like one of those bits. Messenger. I get the weirdest like text messages in Messenger from like Mormons and stuff. Like I never know who's gonna like try and friend me or whatever because of art. And I have these like random like Mormon evangelists hit me up. Blessings to you and shut up. This is awesome. Look at this guy and this honestly, okay. This table, how old is this kid? 11? He kind of gets some rudimentary perspective. I mean, he's working on structure. He's filling things out, but I'm going to, hold on. You didn't ask, but I'm going to critique this for a brief second because it's not every day that you see an 11-year-old who has this kind of grasp on. Now, this is like really early. Like, if you look at some of Da Vinci's work, you see that he's starting to grapple with the idea of drawing perspective in stuff. And the way perspective works is you have a horizon line. So let's just say this is the horizon line. And things vanish to it. Lines vanish to it. So if I drew a box up here, and I picked like this is my vanishing point, I would try and draw lines to it. Do you see these lines? Probably not. These lines that would go to this, and it would help me draw this box in perspective. Right? This dude almost has lines that are converging and running away from it. So he gets a little wrong here, but it's no big deal. The way he shows this leg and this leg shows an understanding of the vanishing points that go off. It's a pretty, in my opinion, an earlier understanding of perspective. It's not that easy. It's not that easy. So yeah, good for him. Got a little space shuttle there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Man, my coffee's bad. Well, I didn't mean for it to be a full-blown critique, but yeah, if you clip it out, that's cool. I don't know how you're gonna clip it, but it's awesome. Probably get it out of the VOD. Gotcha. That's awesome. I'm glad. Hopefully it'll be an encouragement to him. Gosh, I really wanted to do this Titan, this Falcon Heavy rather. This thing's obnoxious. This is the SpaceX one. I just really like it's just massive. And I was going to try and hide it along one of these straighter lines, but now that I look at it, I'm like, geez. It would take quite a bit of room. I don't really want to move the space shuttle. It's in a decent spot right there. And I wanted it to be kind of big. Maybe I do hide it along this whole top edge. Let me see here. Yeah, my freaking... My throat's like, heck with that. Alright, here we go. I already have the Orion spaceship. Bottom center looks like a sideways lamp. Oh, it is a sideways lamp. So you're saying that's the Orion? I thought it. I drew it like a sideways lamp, but let me see here. Or what did you call it? Orion. I will definitely roll with the Orion spacecraft. Oh my! Yeah, it kind of does look like it. I'm gonna roll with it. Thanks, Jeff. Okay, so let me excise it from this. Well, no, let me do the Titan or the Falcon first, and then I will rip that out and make that. That's awesome. Looking at Messenger. Here we go. I'm gonna keep closing Messenger because having two things open or many things open is not good for running the. That's Orion? So it's got like little fins hanging off it, like I made the duct tape that was holding it on. Oh man, that's really close. That's hilarious. I love it. Yeah. That makes my job a little easier. I accidentally did a thing, guys. That is awesome. I accidentally did a thing. I thought hiding like this, because Falcon is this enormous rocket, hiding spaceships and didn't even know. Yeah. Go work. Go to do some work. And maybe you're working in Starbucks. But yeah, hopefully you get some work done. Alas, I could never. I wouldn't get anything done. I would choke whoever talked around me. Sometimes I need it quieter. Okay, I'm going to turn this thing, though, so I can draw it a little easier. This weird little engine on here. Fix my ellipse. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to save myself a lot of work. Has to work smart. Work smart. Oops. Just gonna kind of de-emphasize the end of this thing. Maybe not. Let me try that again. Ah, sorry, I hit the mic. Through the beauty of digital, I'm able to fix this to be more like that. Because these parts are way longer. I don't have to get too detailed. That'll be good. It's really live. What's up, Noah? How are you? It is live. Doesn't it say live on the broadcast? Here's hoping. I wanted to shear this thing slightly. There we go. Indeed, what's up? What brings you here today, besides trying to keep me company while I'm drawing spaceships? Hidden in something. This is for a kids magazine, so... What did I miss? What did I miss? Hey, I got a subscription. Rizzo, you're the best. And good morning. Sometimes it's rerun. Yeah, sometimes. You're right. It's just nice to, yeah, I guess catch somebody on here. I don't often see a lot of people show up from Facebook, from the live broadcast there. So glad you showed up. Most people it's from Facebook and Twitch. Just looking. Are you an artist yourself? Let's see. You are. What do you like to work in? Traditional? You like some digital? You like some painting? Sculpting? What are you into? And you can't say everything, because no one's allowed to do everything, right? Unless you're really, I don't know. Unless you're something else, which you might be. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'll do Orion down here. Pencil, huh? Yeah, pencil. There's something about it, right? Learning digital, it can be a lot like that. In fact, I have, check this out. Let me see here. I have a drawing brush that behaves a lot like a pencil. Let's see. Drawing. This is supposedly the best drawing brush ever. If I make it small enough, I can make it behave like a pencil. So, you know, drawing a sphere, shade one side of it. It does. It feels like it. Then there's the second best drawing brush ever. Here we go. I don't know that this is second best. See how smushy and weird that is? I didn't call it the second best ever. Somebody else did. Yeah, weird, huh? So getting different brush packs can mimic what you usually do, but just I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, it's just a new. Okay, why is this not drawing? Draw. I think I know why. No, that's fine. if you want it to mimic, if you want it to. Because I used to love drawing with a ballpoint pen. It's like there's something to it. There's some kind of, you can get shading with that you can't get elsewhere. It's really weird. I mean, you can, but man, the way that just kind of feathers out, and it just looks great. I've never been able to quite find a brush that mimics that nicely. If you know, if I could find one, that would be so awesome. Alright, I'm going to increase these fin-like things. Because I wanted it to look like it was like duct taped on, because there's so much duct tape on this project, whatever they're building. Rover, not rover, vehicle that goes in, the heck do you call it? Not a lander, not a rover. It's vehicle. It's a lunar vehicle. Or an extraterrestrial vehicle. That sounds dumb. That sounds like an alien. Yeah, this is for a kiddos magazine. STEM-based magazine. Let's label this, though. Call it Orion. Off-road, yes, something like that. And these kids are just like killing it. When I was a kid, I used to do this. It was great. Me and my brother. I don't know where we got so many boxes from, but we would. The first thing I ever built was a submarine, and I learned how to build it from a thing called World Book. The World Book Encyclopedia. We had like a whole shelf of these things, and it was awesome. So they just showed like some dumb picture of some kids sitting in like a box submarine. We could do that. We could do that. We have the technology. And then I don't even know how we got all the boxes, but we were right. It was so much fun. Yeah, what did they call it? Like, this one's kind of based off the same design as Lost in Space. I need to hide that. Lost in Space. The Jupiter is the name of the lander ships that they would use, like a full-on space vessel. But yo, what is that thing? Can I find it? There's a weird extra. There it is. What the heck? Whoops. Preserve. There we are. Color, I think, is going to help sell this thing. I thought he said something to me. Let's go back to fix where Sputnik is sitting. Like that. What subject matter do you like to draw? I like to ask that of people. Some people like when I was a kid, all I drew was monsters, and tried to draw robots. Robots are actually harder to draw, so I didn't do it a whole lot because I didn't find a lot of success in it, because it's really hard. People, nice. You went right for the hard stuff. You know, if I drew a dragon, most people would be like, dude, yeah, you drew a dragon. Right on. because they'd never seen a dragon. So they'd be like, yeah, you're really good at drawing dragons or whatever. Whereas if I drew a person, they'd be much more critical because they see people all the time. So they know if you've made a mistake. So yeah, you went right for the hard stuff right away. That's awesome. How long have you been studying art? I've been studying art for like 30 years. I like... Oops. Come on. There we go. I feel like I'll be studying art forever. It's kind of the right attitude to have, though. Nobody's ever arrived. Although I feel like some have gotten really close. 2 years? Right on. You're 12. Right on. Well, I'm glad you're getting an early start. I started, let's see, a little later than you. Trying to do the math here. Yeah, I started a little later than you. So you've got a good head start. And as long as, you know, as long as you just draw every day. Just draw every day and learn from your mistakes. I've seen plenty of people draw every day and not. Yeah. Yeah, be encouraged. That's going to be pretty great. I have to fix her arm because it looks like it's about 2 inches long. This girl who's kind of like chilling in here and taping this part. It's terrible. Drawing people. See, like I learned how to draw people from comic books. And people were like, oh wait, but you're going to only be able to draw muscular dudes and muscular girls. And it was totally right. For years, all I could draw was like these really buff dudes and really buff chicks. And I realized much later in life, that was a great springboard. It really was. Heck with the haters. Pop back in. Nice Orion spacecraft. Thank you. I think this is the list. I think this is what we're going to do. Orion, Apollo, the shuttle, the Falcon rocket. What's the one on top? I'll get it. Gemini? Shoot, now I can't remember. Mercury and Sputnik. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 things. That's a good thing. And I'll put them all down here in this gray bar. If you're okay with that, Jeff. Jeff's the guy I'm doing this for, Noah. I'm doing it for his magazine. I got some weird stuff going on right here. Mercury on top, Gemini is the... Let me just make sure, because I have these labeled. I have my... So right now, the one that's about to disappear is Gemini. That's Gemini, right? Doop. I think so. Because you said Mercury on top, Gemini. Yeah. Okay. So I have it always okay with it. Good. I'm glad. Because I'm going to start putting some color on this real quick. I could turn off all these red bits so you can really see. Oops. Okay. Yep, the key is just chaos. If you're trying to do this kind of work, just draw it with some chaos, and it will make it easier for you to hide things and a little bit more difficult for people to find things. It's not cheating. It's a technique. Oh yeah, that's right. I was going to fix all this. What the heck is all this? Get rid of all this. I mean, I'm a big fan of chaos in this area, but that was too much chaos. I'm going to get rid of that entirely. The fun part is almost here. Got some really simple kids drawn in here. Alright, so he needs to have his body finished. Okay, I wanted his leg to be sticking in through the window, but let's not do that. Let's just do it sticking up kind of like this. If I make it sticking in through the window, it'll be super hard to figure out what's going on. Looks like he's wearing the biggest, fattest belt in the world. Let's fix that. You ever just forget eyebrows on characters? Okay, I got those. I just forgot them on him. Had to. Add some seats. I would. Let me see. I don't want it to be too complex. Let me draw it on a different layer and we'll see if it works. We'll see. Go all the way up here. Start with my drawing. The best drawing brush ever. Okay. So what I like to do, it's called drawing through. Ooh, this is going to be complex. I'm going to choose a different color, something really obnoxious so I can really see it. And I'm going to draw wow, all of a sudden my pencil's freaking out. It is no longer the best drawing brush. Sometimes brushes just freak out. Alright, so like I want to make them look like they're made out of boxes or like whatever. Let's see how much of this is going to be hidden if I make like, let's see here. Or maybe they're like folding chairs that they dragged out of the garage. So if I grow these a little bit, like 2 seats, I could go, this is the beauty of digital, right? Just move them right next to each other. And now I can figure out what parts of them cannot be seen. Oh, let's actually put both of these together, dummy. One of the principles when I'm teaching, when I'm teaching people like the basics of drawing through like this, drawing the parts of the thing even though you're not going to see them, is huge. It's just huge. You'll not be able to really predict what something looks like on the other side. Like, okay, I got a good example. Let's see here. Let me draw over here. So let's just say I wanted to see if I can screw this up enough. I wanted to make somebody's face poking out on coming out of the side of the screen. Can we even see this side of the screen? Just make sure. Sometimes stuff doesn't show. All right. And they're like peeking out from around the edge. So I'm going to draw the side of their head. I'm going to give them let's give them a nice bald head. And I'm going to put an ear here. Watch, I'll get it right. No. And then I want their, like an eyebrow, like they're just peeking around. So, hey, you know, peeking around the corner, right? And I feel like I'm doing a good job. And then I bring it out over here. Oop. And this guy looks like if I would have continued his eye, what was I doing? I mean, it would be like, what was I? It looks really weird, right? I don't even know what the heck I was thinking. And his ear is like really small. Whereas if I would have drawn the whole head, you know, and put the whole thing over there, just dragged it right off the screen, then it would look right to begin with. It would look right even though it's cropped. It can look so hilariously bad. People just are constantly, you know, this girl right here, when I drew her whole body like this because I didn't want her to look ridiculous. Didn't want her to look out of proportion. So that was how I was able to predict where that leg was going and whatnot. So a more thorough example, I mean, like, I can just tell when people show me their stuff and we talk through it. It's called a critique. I do that from time to time, where brave people say, hey, look at my stuff. Tell me where I went right. Tell me where it can use some improvement. And then I do the same thing with some folks, and it's, if they're good at it, you don't feel bad about yourself afterwards. Alright, these are my chairs. These are my chairs. Let's draw the... See, if I didn't know... Whoop. If I didn't draw through, I wouldn't be able to predict where these lines go with any kind of believable accuracy. Yeah, it helps build the shape. Yeah, you are totally correcto. This line, what are these lines right here? I think I started to draw a seat way back there and then stopped because I didn't draw through and I just had real sketchy lines anyways. Get rid of this. All these shaky lines. Look how shaky they are on this. Yeah, because everything's just like really basic shapes anyways. Everything can be built out of basic shapes. Out of beans. Out of beans. I draw things out of beans. A person who is like sitting in a chair. Here's a bean. You know, and they're just being lazy. I'll draw their head laying down. And then like their legs sticking off here. Everything's just like beans. This guy, he's got his coffee. Beans, or some people like, you call them flour sacks or whatever. So that was an exaggerated example, but it is appropriate. Like this guy, he's a bean. My teddy bear that I'm going to make sitting up here. I drew through. And then I just erased parts of it. He's a bean. So this thing's full of beans and ellipses. Let's see if I can run some color into this thing now. This is the fun part. So if it's mainly built out of boxes, it shall be brown-ish, gray-ish. Jam everything in a folder. Come on. So then I just use the fill tool. This is the boring part. This is the part where I'm like, I would hire somebody to do this if I had money. Just fill everything with color. And then you work on the details after you got all this done. Watch. Let's see. That's a decent enough brown. Not too dark. This is where I miss Clip Studio Paint, because Clip has, you know, this tool where if you use this guy, if you start doing this, it just automatically fills it. It doesn't make you hit like another key like that. What the heck? I'll have to fix that. There we go. It's actually, if you think about it, this thing would be a lot of work to build. Be extremely difficult. Just one of these big fat tires alone would be a pain. I'm not going to color in the people this kind of gray-brown. Oops. Screwed up. Oh, that's like the underside. Yeah, if you watch that show Lost in Space, that's pretty much what this off-road vehicle looks like. I'm a big fan of that show. Man. Seen it a couple times. Yeah, it gets really exciting. It starts off pretty exciting. I thought it was decent, but it really built. I just kind of like turned it on on my other monitor and was drawing, and I got about halfway through the first episode, and I'm like, nah, we're gonna watch this with my son and my wife, and we've watched them all, loved them all. And now we just kind of waiting for the new ones. I like sci-fi stuff anyways. So it was pretty easy lift for me. What kind of people do you draw? Is it kind of like portraits? Is it kind of like comic book people? Is it, yeah, always cool. know where I learned how to draw cartoons? This is stupid. And he's kind of a meme right now, but Garfield, seriously. Garfield and then Bloom County. But Garfield's the one that's like everybody knows. Bloom County, nobody knows on. But yeah, I learned how to... I loved Bloom County. Portraits. I have a couple of vids if you want to see. Wait. Noah Y Art. Is that supposed to be all one word? Or is it... What are we looking at here? YouTube. Noah Yart. Noah Y Art. I'm gonna hit the... These are, this does not, is this you? I don't have the sound on, but is this you right here? Because that's Noah Y Art. Because the production value is pretty dang good on that. Nice. Production value is good. You got good camera work. Do you do your own cameras? And that's a very strange pencil. I like it. You're drawing a bulldog. Ugh, drawing things from straight on is such a pain. But it looks good. You don't see... Let's see. I got it. Subscribe. I'll subscribe. A clockwork eye. Got this crazy pixelated thing. Let's see here. Full screen. Well, I don't know if full screen's going to work over there. But yeah. That pencil is super unique. Yeah. You do your own camera work? Yeah, so you made it look like pixely, like breaking out of something. That's what it looks like to me. Yeah, those are like the pixels. That's cool. That's cool. Right on, man. That's pretty great. Especially the fact that you got good production value. There's plenty of people, especially your age, who are not... If you're 12, they're nowhere near that production value, where they're just kind of like kludging it together, and that's fine. Whatever. You don't have to like be great right off the bat, but you've got once again a really good head start on being great. Man, that's fantastic. I subscribe to you. So next time you put out a video, I'll be ready. Absolutely. Yeah, because that's the hard part, right? Not the hard part, but that's one of the hardest parts, is putting together some kind of good presentation. Heck, I know people my age whose presentation sucks. Are you able to do that as part of school? That would be nice. Get the art credit for that. When I was in high school, we were able to do a bit of independent study and get credit for it, where the art teacher didn't have to tell us exactly what to do. I think she liked it that way anyways. Give me a better eraser. Where's this eraser? No, this eraser? Yes. Like, I'm not super pleased with my camera. It's, you know, like, it's got like a orange cast, but I think a lot of that has to do with the room. I think. And I've tried to color correct it, but it's not super like valued. So did art class, stick to the algorithm and assigned work. What are you studying? You know, are you studying pencil? Because that would be nice, because you like that anyways. One of the worst parts about, but best parts also, about art class was the fact that they would have, especially in college, have you do something that you were not into. Like, I do not want to paint with oil paints, but then you figure out after about halfway through the semester, oh, not only is that not so bad, it's pretty great. Let's see. Let's do some. I'm going to do some darkness on the inside of this, but I'm going to do it as a blue rather than just another brown, so that it looks like it recedes into it. Blue colors recede, or cool colors. Oh, clay and watercolor. Do you like watercolor? Oh man, I get frustrated with watercolor. Confession. I like to control my paints too much, and watercolor feels out of control. It just takes a while. I mean, it was like my daughter, who is going to be an art teacher. She was streaming a thing for one of her jobs and was teaching me how to do watercolor. And I was just like the whole time, I'm out of control. I can't do it. I'm no good. But no, there are techniques that we learned that actually made it so, I don't hate what I did. Clay I really like. I really like clay. I have this thing for 3D art. Well, check this out. I have, let me turn my camera. Like this big guy. I did not make him. I did not make him, but he is, see if I can get, I don't know. He's a big model, and I'm painting him. So learning 3D in the later part of my life has, let's see over there. There's a big robot right there that I'm working on. And the rest of the room, which is not quite so interesting, but yeah. 3D, working on three-dimensional stuff has has it precisely helped with my drawing, especially with lighting and painting. Because if you get used to working with something round or chiseled and square, and then you just notice how the light falls on it all the time. And drawing and painting is just all about where light is hitting. Color is even light. Okay. Hey, stop that. That noise sucks. Zoom to go to. Yeah, okay. Go do Zoom. Thanks for hanging out. Let's do all the underside of this. This one doesn't have to be so dark. Kind of confusing myself with all my lines. Let's do that to darkest color. Want this to look like a red Solo cup. Couple of these. Red Solo cups have a white inside, don't they? I think they do. Just color them all red real quick. I think they do, though. Let's see. Let's do... This is going to look like there's red Solo cups all over the place. This is Orion. I'll remember these things. This one here is... Ah, no, I've already lost track. Apollo? What?
I said I just learned something. You know how in the Dwarf Fortress it's full of stone?
Yeah.
We have a lot of stone.
Yeah.
I know we're going to use a lot of it, but I just learned that the stonemason, if you give him 20 stones, you can trade for emerald.
Oh.
Which is a place to put stone.
Yeah. Get rid of it if we don't need it, and then make lots of emeralds. Yeah.
Has to be cooked. It's not how.
Yeah.
But
It's fine.
pretty close.
Yes. I'd love to have this thing. What color do we make the bear? Bear colored. It's kind of a bear colored bear. Let's do some other colors to inject some color into this. Like this box will be yellowish orange. It's really bright. We can do that with like these lights. And we'll do one of them as a green light. I don't know where they got a green light, but they got a green light. Ooh, that's a bad green. Let's do, I don't know, what color should this mug be? This mug that's sitting on the end of here. Let's do this color. I would have a mug this color. We need a good duct tape color. Actually, I think my parents would have killed me if I used this much duct tape. Uh-oh. When's the last time I saved? Oop. I might want to crash. What's up, man? Oh, man. I saw you there today. I think you, Kingsley, or Kingsland Day. I don't know. I always call you Kingsley. King. You redeemed some points for a story. I didn't even notice. Currently, currently my Photoshop is acting up, so I'm going to save and close the Photoshop. I have stories. Okay. How are you this morning? I can launch off into one at any time, and I can let you choose the category. Let's get my Photoshop back up. You can pick a dumb story from my childhood, a dumb story from my careers. I don't want to say like just art or framing houses, or let's just start with those two. Okay, let's open recent. Hello, recent, where are you? Mr. Bob Crumb. And, oh no, it's not in that folder. Duh. This is in our client folder. Z&Z. Bloom. Tell a story from your childhood. Okay, so we, in one aspect or another, we always grew up on some kind of farm, whether it be a hobby farm or like a real full-fledged farm with like sheep and stuff on it. It was pretty involved. But on the hobby farm, it can't be assumed that you can just do a thing. You can just get a thing and you can raise the thing and then possibly sell the thing for meat. But we didn't know anything. So we decided we're going to raise Cornish hens. And if you know anything about Cornish hens, they're like this big. They're like about maybe the size of a softball, maybe bigger. They're like little chickens that you can eat an entire one of. Here, eat your chicken. So they're about this big. So we're like, wow, this should be awesome. We got them hatched. So they're little tiny chicks, look like any other chick in the world. And we feed them what they tell us to feed them, and they start to grow. And okay, so they start to get about this big, and we're like, oh, this is about the size of a what do you call them? Cornish hen. Yeah, this is gonna be awesome. And then they grew bigger, and we're like, oh, maybe we're geniuses. Maybe we're the first people ever to realize a Cornish hen grows bigger than a Cornish hen. So we let them keep growing, and they became these gigantic, weird, monstrous, eldritch things that couldn't even walk. Like they would pull themselves along on deformed legs. And it was just horrifying. It was horrifying to see these things. We're like, we have done this. We have made this thing. Yeah, it was huge. It was huge. I couldn't believe how badly. At one point, we were just like, we just gave up. We gave up. We're like, no, there's no way these... I'm not going to eat this thing. What if its meat is as disgusting as its appearance? And so we kind of dug a hole behind the chickens. Like if it was sitting here, we would dig the hole behind it. And then we took the shotgun and we shot them into the hole. And then kind of covered it over with dirt. It was a miserable little existence for those things. And I felt so bad. So we tried to make it quick. Shotgun into the hole. We didn't have to touch them. Boom. They were awful. So we learned a thing. You're not the first guy to figure something out. You're not going to innovate. If you're the idiot who just started a thing, you're not going to innovate on the thing. Sorry. You have to learn the thing and then innovate on the thing. I'm trying to find the piece of art that I was just working on. Here we go. So yeah, that was... I know that sounds like a work thing, a career thing, but really it was just growing up. Man, that was when we were actually just hobby farming. That's a thing, hobby farming. We just didn't know anything yet. Oh my god. Just thinking about it sometimes feels just terrible. Yep, we're the best at farming. We can figure this out. Psh. We were so freaking proud. Also, there's, to kind of piggyback onto that, we also thought we were really smart. And we went and we bought just a ton of chickens. A ton of them. And we hatched them all, and we wondered why we got such a good deal. We got a good deal on these things, and they were unsorted, and we're like, whatever, I don't care. They all look like the same chick to me. So we got these chick, and we started raising them, and then we realized that there were like 5 roosters. When they were unsorted, that means they were like unsorted. You don't want more than one. Not just because they fight or whatever, but they all start doing their cock-a-doodle-doo thing at all times. They don't bother for dawn. They do it all the time. We always shot them too. I remember my grand had a farm before he sold it. Lots of goats. Goats! My gosh. Goats are so awful. I hated goats so much. They would get into so much trouble. And like the pygmy goats, when they have their baby goats, kids, are so loud, they would wake all of Olympus. It was awful. I hated those little stupid... Lizzie was the first one I still remember. Why name these things? But they... Lizzie, so loud. The loudest of all the loud things ever. Awful. If I ever... They're scaring the shit out of me, screaming when I bring food. Yep. Why do they sound like they're actually screaming like humans? They literally sound like screaming humans at times. Just wait till they have the babies. They're just awful. Awful. I kind of don't miss a lot of those days. I really did not like it when I was doing it. I feel bad. I didn't like it when I was doing it. I was no, good at it or anything. It wasn't a thing. It wasn't my passion. I don't know. So I look back on that. Great. I'm no longer there. It's not like it was no fond memories, but there were very few. But yeah, they eat anything. That's not just a meme. They eat everything. If you stand still, they'll begin to eat you, or at least your clothing. I had a tiny white goat with long ears. She was adorable and named her Snowy. That is adorable. And then it pooped all over. Snowy indeed. Just love to play a lot. They do. They kind of jump around. I mean, they really can be kind of sort of cute if you stand way back and don't let them eat you or your clothing. I really did not like goats, but they can be cute. I can see that. They weren't very cute when they, one time my dad's boss decided to stop by, and he had a really nice Cadillac, and he had just parked it there. I forget how new it was, but it was pretty new to him. And he came out after visiting for a while, and our goat, Schwartzy, was standing and pooping all over this dude's Cadillac. It was... Oh my god, he was so pissed. Like, kicking and trying to make it... And of course it just... No. You always hug her? Aw. Until my uncles traumatized me by killing her for food. Well, that is... That is part of the reality, right? Ooh, yeah. I can understand. Why that's traumatizing. I never grew too close to anything. Our first cow was called Meathead. So we had some pretty realistic expectations. Where are my channel points? Pretty realistic expectations. We knew that they were going bye-bye. You get too attached to animals. Yeah, I know. I mean, especially when they're cute. They're freaking adorable. And that makes you a human. It makes you a good human. But you're not like a psychopath and enjoy that kind of thing. Yeah, I bet. For sure. Nothing wrong with that. Like I said, that's what makes you a human and a good human. I recently lost a cat that was my buddy. He was mine. I don't like cats. I decided I was never going to like cats, but somehow I wound up liking this cat. And he was pretty great. So I know what it is. I know what it's like to lose. He was a miserable little cuss, but he was my miserable little cuss. I feel hungry. That's good. I was not feeling hungry earlier. I got my vaccination shot yesterday. And I was feeling a little irpy earlier because they said, you can feel like crap from getting it for a little bit. So I was feeling it, but now I'm like, oh no, I'm hungry. That's good. Good sign. I just didn't, I'd rather not have the minor flu-like symptoms, but I'll take it if it means no COVID or diminished COVID. Raising a beta fish because they're cheap to buy, and realize that the local animal shop that sells these they're insane. Why are they insane? Are they priced insane, or are they just crazy people? Local animal shop that sells these fishes are insane. But I want to know, is it the people? Turns out beta fish needs better care in tanks. Yeah, they put these fishes in tiny boxes for days. Well, they don't play well with others. Beta fish are not cool with hanging out with other fish, especially other betas. So you give them their own little box. Yeah, exactly. It looks like a tissue box, or about that size. And they just kind of live out their miserable, shitty little existences. Yeah, they're kind of sad. They're kind of real sad. Yeah, they're really crazy colors. Really crazy. It's kind of what's attractive about them. They have that crazy long, flowy tail. Fin. Fin, not a tail. Tail fin. There. Yeah, they're one of the more beautiful freshwater fish that you can put in a tank. Whoa. And honestly, they're not super difficult to take care of because they're just so chill. They're chill. What color should I make? Okay, let's make the box this tissue box that's just chilling here. Which probably means I should make something else that color. Is having just isolated stuff like that bad practice. I want to try and learn to take care of an animal before I take care of a cat. Just so you know, cats take care of themselves. I'm not kidding. You just keep up on their box because you have to change out their poop box. But if you take care of their litter box, I mean, change my mind. They don't do anything. They sleep all day. Hopefully they come around to you at night when you maybe watch a show or whatever. But for the most part, they don't care. If you get a good one, they'll care. And then they'll be annoying. Why does my freaking Photoshop keep wanting to crash? Look at that. It slowed down. It freaked out. Why do I have all this other stuff open? I almost closed Spotify. Yeah, cats take care of themselves. Dogs are super needy. Lizards I don't get. I don't get lizards and snakes. Do multiple canvases. It's true. If you do like all the artboards and stuff, which I mean I make regular use of when I'm doing design, like graphic design, I'm gonna have to close down Photoshop again. Jeez. Yes. I like freaked out. Okay, let's try this again. Photoshop. Today is particularly an gnarly day. Normally, I do at least 5 illustrations a day. What kind of illustrations? Because that's cooking. 5, I thought I was fast. And I am pretty fast. This one's super complex. But, yeah, what kind of illustrations? Maybe because I'm saving it to a Dropbox folder. No, okay, I didn't lose anything. That's good. Because I don't want to have to freak out. Abstract and weird, huh? Well, let me see it. I promise I won't show it on stream if you don't want me to. I don't know that I like it when they have music in these playlists. You really okay with me showing it? What's your Instagram handle or whatever? Oops, that's too rich. Don't do that. Winnie Buttercup. Why has it got to be so different from your actual name here on Twitch? Come on, man. Hold on a sec. Let me finish shading this. Just want to get some of these lines down. Or not lines, but tones down. Let me look here. Insta. I just went to my own. Why did I go to my own? Winnie dot. Where was it? Buttercup. Let's see. Whoa, yeah. Look at that. They're very, very kind of quirky and smushy and flowy volume. I like this one a lot. I really like this one a lot. Can't put my finger on why, but it has to do with this little guy up here with a top hat. Yeah. I love this. It is weird, abstract. Yeah. This is some great stuff. Ooh, I love robots. So I feel like, you know, I should love this, especially this guy. Got a lot of structure. This is great. Oh yeah, this guy right here. Got a great posture. He's like a zombie fish. Zombified fish. Did some coloring of this one. It reminds me of some straight up 70s art at sometimes. Plus like some, I don't know, 80s skateboard art. That's really great. Yeah. You're making skulls? Yeah. Right on. Why? Is it just fun? Does client work ever? Yeah, they're good. What was that?
This sheep was
80 pounds, or was it 90 pounds? I saw that.
Did you see? Because it was lost and it hadn't been sheared in years.
That's a miserable sheep. When they shorted it all off, it was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
So had to feel like, I mean, barely. That weighs almost as much as the sheep, if not more. It's just ridiculous.
It's pretty bad.
5 illustrations every 2 days. That's good. You're moving right along. I mean, that's like, I don't know. Do you do it just for the love of the game? Or have you tried to get paid for some of that quirky art? People will pay for the quirky art. Once the day's passed. How come? Why so rigid? Jeff thinks your stuff is cool. Art is my escape of life, and I love it because it's the only thing I'm good at. The only thing, or the thing you cultivate most? I understand, though. I understand that feels. And the more you do it, the better you get at it, and so on. Which always feels better. Add a little blue in here. Ah! I'm not good at school when I draw. People love it. I felt like that way in school. I would draw all over my notes. Yeah, I want to do better. Exactly. That incentive is there. I would draw all over my notes. In fact, I had one teacher that even up till the day she retired, she kept the stuff that I would draw on because I don't know why. I'm not sure she used it for anything, but she said she still had it. Like she was a literature teacher, and so all the stories, Poe or Dickens or whatever, and Beowulf, whoever wrote Beowulf. I illustrated them all as I was going, and she didn't care if I did it in class because it meant that I was paying attention. Art block is the worst thing that ever existed. Yeah, I don't ever get it, but I never want for anything to do. I always know what I want to draw, and it's not bragging or anything. It's odd. I like a challenge. There was a time where I was like, well, I can never figure out what to draw. And what I realized about it, was like, what I was really worried about was what other people thought of me. Hang in there. This is what I meant. If I sat down and drew a skull, were people going to take me seriously if I wasn't drawing like a still life or, something useful like a technical drawing for something that could be used? Was I kind of wasting my, I really wasn't. And once I came to grips with that, once I came to grips with the fact that you should draw what you want to draw, I never had drawing block, art block again, ever, because I would just sit down and draw what I want to draw. Multiple of them throughout 3 years drawing. You're only drawing for 3 years? That's great. You're moving right along. You're going quite fast. Quite fast. Time to color some of these kids. Fan of goth culture since I was a teen, so skulls is sacred. Yeah. I don't know why I've always been drawn to them. It's not because I'm like some kind of edgelord or whatever. I just have always liked the forms of them. My poker deck features bones pretty heavily if I ever get it printed. It features bones pretty heavily because they're a personal symbol. It's not because I've told people it's not because I'm trying to be an edgelord or anything like that. I just like them. I like their form, whether it's a cattle skull type of thing. or a people's skull. It's not because I'm trying to glorify death or anything. Victorian steampunk fashion. Right on. That's some pretty complex stuff to draw. Very, very specific proportions to things and looks and feels. Just look at it a little more. You want to be in a magazine, King? Your art could be in a magazine. You can talk to Jeff. He's in chat right here. Or instant message him or email or whatever. He's always looking for artists rather, to make the art. And the quirk is definitely unique. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, now is the time, right? That's what this is for. This Hidden Images thing is for this magazine that Jeff does. It's a Stem to Bloom is what it's called, and it is a science, science, technology, engineering, math, space type of magazine for kids. So think like back in the day when you got those magazines and you would I don't know if you ever did. You get those magazines and you would look for the hidden images or do the crosswords or that kind of magazine, but STEM based rather than just random kid based. Am I getting it right, Jeff? Am I getting it right? The elevator pitch? It's not really an elevator pitch when I do it. And I've been working with Jeff on the issues for a while now. A couple years, maybe? The spatula inside. Fishing a spatula is a gas break. Yeah, could. I thought about that at first, but I'm like, I can't see it. But what if it's like something you could slam on? Like this. What is this? Like a spoon sticking through the top of it. You could like reach up and grab it and move it up and down. I used to do this kind of stuff all the time, Tony. It was my jam. Just get boxes, make stuff out of boxes. I honestly don't know why we had so many boxes on the farm, but we did. How are you, my friend? You had to mute? Oh. No, you're not tracing. No, that's good stuff. People who accuse you of tracing are just jealous that you can actually do something. Unless they can find the original and show you, they're just being trolls. They're just being haters. Jeff, I was trying to give the elevator pitch, and I don't know if I got it right. So STEM-based magazine. Woohoo! I don't want to get this wrong. A lot of space emphasis. And I've been working on it for a couple years with you. It's been a couple years, right? I swear it's been a couple years. Highlights, yep. Still get them at our house. Oh, good. Try so hard not to do that picture find before they do. So fun. I loved it. I've always loved it. 3 years? Have we done it for 3 years? Wow. When I saw the buttercup, I didn't know. I was, trying to guess, and I didn't know. But yeah. You should definitely hook up. Get your art in the magazine. Why not, right? Get some people talking about it maybe and saying, "What is this quirky art?" You never know. Never know. Ow. There goes my knee for some reason. Yeah, Tony, I'm hiding different spacecraft in this drawing. I'm going to turn them all red again. So, I will not get them right, but like this one here is Sputnik, right? This one here is the shuttle. Where is the shuttle? Doo -doo. I turn it on and off right there. This one here is called the Falcon, I believe. No, I can't remember. Falcon rocket. It's huge. Mercury is right here on the top. That's Mercury. So you saw Sputnik. Gemini, right here. Yeah. Oh, down here, I never turned it red, but this one down here is called Orion. And then there's Apollo right above it. Oh, sorry. You know what? I'll give you other ones to work on. I'm an idiot. I didn't notice you saying, "No, don't show me." Tony, I beg your forgiveness. This is my, so this is my current project. I do one every month, with a few exceptions, because of one thing or another. But yeah, I would totally rock this with somebody if we had a bunch of boxes. I was thinking about how difficult some of these forms would be to make. And I could totally do it, but I don't know if I could have done it when I was a kid. But still, let's just say these are really smart kids. I think I've done a box thing before, like on a cover of one of these magazines. I did. So they were building something out of a box, like a rocket, and they were blasting off. I don't know what that's like a personal symbol, I guess. This is definitely not what I thought this playlist would turn into. We literally have this much extra cardboard in my house. Yes! Fun weekend project. If you got, you don't have to use duct tape. That would get expensive. Packing tape? Shoot, yeah. The sound that tape makes, though, when you freaking go and open it up, that gets wearisome. Example of the style I'm similar. Oh yeah, just an example of what style I'm similar to. Look up For the World. Do you have a link for it? I can try it. Hold on. I can permit. Tell me when you have. Find a link. Tell me when you have it. I'll give you permissions in the chat, and it'll last for 30 seconds, I think, or maybe a minute. Then you can share. I trust you not to be inappropriate. Because you fear my mighty banhammer? Or just because you're chill? Because I'm guessing For the World is too common of a name for something to be like found. I don't know. You know what I never set up? Now I feel bad. I have this like thing that whoa Spotify. My mouse is way too sensitive right now. What is going on? Let me get there. Now it shows what song is playing. Can I try and add an alien? Oh, I could. I don't know. It doesn't fit the theme, right? It's a bunch of kids. Maybe if I made like an alien poking out from inside of here, it would be funny. Let me get more of this done so that I can, maybe think about that. I don't know. That's a pretty funny idea. Nope, don't want to do hair that color. Because that's a funny idea. I just don't want it to clash with the ideas of the whole thing. Because this is for a magazine. Did you know that, Noah? Noah is also an accomplished, very accomplished artist. At 12, if you look up Noah Y Art, their YouTube channel, very, very accomplished for your age. I was impressed. Some of those things are hard to do. You just need to, find your style. I wanted to make like this girl's hair like purple, like purple ends, but it would be kind of hard to read there. Maybe I'll do it this girl's hair purple or something. This girl right here. She's going to be strange. She's going to be wearing a very dark shirt. And we'll lighten it up. Facebook message, how we build with a ton of cardboard during my summer space camp. Really? Oh, you did mean the wolf. You did mean the wolf. Oh, hey. That's the YouTube link there. Gotcha. Her hand is going to be so small on the page that you can't see just how mangled that hand is. That's real bad. Alright, so let's do some highlighting. She's the same color as the boxes, and her shirt, like all this shading here, so let's make it a little bit lighter. This song is on every playlist. It's kind of tiresome. Alright, let's do something cool, some kind of cool pants. When I think cool, I think like, let's do these orangey pants. I didn't do anything super unique with their costume design, just kind of like chilled it way down. Honestly, didn't have time to like design a bunch of cool costume. Tron cardboard suit, 5-year-old would be funny. I've seen the Tron cardboard suit, or at least something like it. That is awesome. It really is. I love that kind of stuff. Where like, there's a guy local to here who sometimes has stopped by the feed and hung out for a while, but he made like a transformer. He made his kid into a transformer. A transformer! It was so cool. I was impressed. That's not quite light enough. Oh, I was going to make her hair purple. Love to Draw is looking for a smoothing plane like a can, skull, a box, or anything, and then exaggerating it. I can see that. I can see that. Oh, you know what? I already have a purple that I wanted to use, right? No, I don't. Oh my gosh. Stupid Photoshop did it again. They put out an update about 3 months ago, around the beginning of the year, that broke everything. At least they broke things that I like to do. Adding an alien would be funny. All right, look at. I'm on this freaking brush and it's not doing a brush. Let's close it again. Save yes. I don't understand. This is about the third time I've done it today. Closed Photoshop, reopened Photoshop, drank cold coffee. Go the link. I'm trying to work. Where is it? I thought I saw the link. No, I don't see the link. So this is... Oh, the kind of animation. What am I looking at this for? Oh, the wolf. Yeah, see, I like this kind of... It's pretty unique. Clearly they're looking at... They're looking at the folds of clothing. Oh, that's creepy. Love it. As they kind of animate them flopping like that. It's unique. It's difficult. Love their sense of lighting. The graphicness of it. You know, all this darkness. Those ice cubes were a little small for my taste. I would have tried to... And then creepy. Check this guy out. So yeah, that was probably rotoscoped right there because the way he ran out and bounced up against the wall. Right there. See that? That's just a good touch. That's a nice touch of animation. Whoop, you know, pushing off. That anticipation and then bouncing off of. Maybe it wasn't rotoscoped and they just really nailed that kind of posture. But it felt like it had some weight to it. Yeah, I like it. I'm not going to watch the whole thing. Trying to afford a display 11.6 inch tablet from XP Pen. XP Pen was all right. Alien doll would fit. Okay, I like that. Okay. I want to combine the two ideas. I love it. Alien doll. This is happening. Where's my hidden? I'm going to do... where should I put the alien doll? See, right now I have this teddy bear. So I can make the alien doll like... with like those heavy legs that they have, like filled with beanbag type stuff, and I can make it sitting somewhere. Like right here on the edge of this box. So that I can work that green elsewhere into it. I'm definitely going to make it green. It's going to be a green alien. Using graphics tablet from Huion. Oh, but display tablet is a bit expensive. Yeah, display tablets. I can't work on the ones where you draw down here and look up there. It is... People who do that just boggle my mind. So more power to them. I definitely have to have not that. It's every time ask Mom. I don't know what it is.
It's the meat and potatoes.
Oh yeah, probably. I made the worst meat and potatoes last night. It tasted fine, but the meat was harder than boot leather. It was so awful. It was like Revenge of the Cow. I was not happy. Strapped into the seat. Oh, I could. Okay, I could make it strapped into the seat. You think it would read? It's going to be an exercise in drawing through. Remember that, Noah? We were talking about that earlier, me and Noah. Drawing through. All right, let me color this kid up first. I was going to do his shirt the same color as the highlight in her pants. it really is kind of important, unless you're trying to draw attention to something, really draw attention to something. It's really important that you bring those colors back around elsewhere in the art. For instance, that big green light that I have, that is definitely going to look way out of place if I don't add a green alien doll. Sitting in the chair. See that green light? Ooh, it's pretty bright. What was tough? Using it and looking? Yeah. I don't know how you do it. I can't. Where did I put that window? There we go. I'm cold. Start hanging on the bottom. Hanging on the bottom? Oh, because there's a person down there working. You see her down there? I'm already using your idea of the alien. Now I'm gonna make the alien as a doll, like Tony said. It's a combination thing. It's a combination. All right, let's make this kid's skin tone the whitest, but we're gonna start with this tone. Blocking in colors, man. It's the most boring thing ever. Shut up. I'm gonna skip it because I can't. Sometimes I need not words. It's not that I don't like your song, bruh. I just don't want words. It's worse if I'm trying to. Whoa. It's worse if I'm trying to like code or something. Then I must have no words in the music. I might read about it not translating, like the idea of under the vehicle as well. Where under the vehicle? Like under... Like it's being driven over? You crazy. Under it. Gonna need some clarification. Once again, words. Shut up. All I can do is think about what they're saying. Let's highlight these pants a little. I don't want it to be too stark. Should have made dice hanging in front of the mirror. I could make it like it's sitting slumped, just like the bear is slumped up there. Let's do... I'm struggling with that one. Nope. The sound of duct tape ripping and shrieking would be so immense in a project like this. Let's make her shirt white, but this undershirt, we'll make it a 2-layered shirt, you know? This color, to bring that color in and around. This shirt's going to be white, which means I need a decent gray. I don't know how to color, so black and white is my savior. Black and white is super underestimated. Like, it's more important to understand tone, which is black and white, than color in a lot of ways. Whoa. Because painting the painting the barn because it's red is a bad idea. Painting the barn because the barn is interesting and is set apart from the sky behind it and the snow in front of it, and understanding the tones, that's good composition. That's good art. More can be explored with that. Color just adds emotion to things, like that is a bonus. It's not strictly necessary, whereas tone is. Without tone, you don't see anything. It's like the rests in music. If you can't hear the rests in between notes, then it's all just a smear. Stop saying words. So laying on the ground, you're thinking. Like it's helping fix. Okay, like it's helping to fix. I can try that. That's actually pretty challenging. I can do this. I'm gonna do the pillow the same color as her shirt real quick, and then highlight it all. The sampling, that's what's changed a lot in the new Photoshop update. Is I can't just sample sometimes. I have to tap it like 3 times for it to actually commit the sample with the eyedropper tool. What is with all the words in the songs right now? Whole different. Let's go for a whole different play. I still have to do the key, like put down here like the space shuttle and stuff so that people know what they're looking for. This will be an exercise in drawing through. Where's my pencil? I'm going to change the color on it though. Alright, so an alien, like I want to do one of these aliens that does, like this, one of those guys. Whatever they're called. I'm going to wind up doing it green though. But how can I make it look like... Let me just draw a basic thing real quick. Let me move this over here. I want it a decent enough spot that I can kind of focus on it a little bit. Alright, so remember how I was talking about beans earlier, Noah? We're going to make some use of beans here. I don't know. Hmm. Um. Let's see. I'm kind of drawing it fast because I'd like to put it down there and see if it reads. Put tentacles in the hands, not going to happen. You know how confusing that'll be, Noah? I will show you. I will show you how confusing that will be. And you'll be like, Bob, that's confusing. What's your problem? And Noah's like, who is this rookie? He can't put tentacles on hands. To which I respond, I can. But just because you can doesn't mean you should, right? Still not sold on this other arm. So like, okay, there's a couple different ways I can handle it. Like, I could make it so that it's a tentacle, you know, like that, like one of those type of tentacles. Or, you know, you could do like tentacle grossness. That just winds up looking like fingers, but in any rate, the thing is like we want to make this look like it's a kid's toy, right? So if I did like, you know, the tentacle look, it stops looking like a kid's toy and looks more like an actual like alien. And I don't really want it to look like that. So I'm going to veto it. I love the idea and perspective. You really need to drive home that it's a doll and make a dead alien. Not a dead alien, I know, right? This is also the concern because it is laying underneath the vehicle. We got this. So what I wanted to do was, you know, like do one of these numbers. What I could do could make it kind of look like there's a button eye. You probably won't see a lot of this guy though. That's part of the... One of these times, Noah, I'll do one of my speculative art streams, and we'll... What I do is I take a lot more input, and I try and, you know, the chat tries to throw me off. You know what I mean? I'll take a random thing and go, and then people will say, you know, you gotta try this, you gotta try this, and then it becomes more and more difficult for me to get that thing done, whatever that thing is. Is this gonna read? Is that going to read? Much better sells the toy idea. Thank you. Yeah, no, keep it like that. Yeah. This is the way it's going to be. That's awesome. You guys are being art director right now. Now I have to make all these line widths about the same size as the rest of the stuff. Otherwise it just looks like it doesn't belong. The button eyes is cute. Yeah. I don't want to freak any littler kids out. Us big kids, we're not as concerned. I'm going to turn this real quick, because sometimes I can't make my hand do the arcs like this. I know I would see if it was in there. Tony and I were talking about that, like in that chair, covered up a little too much. So as it is, the girl who's in there is getting a little lost, and I like the idea of it. I still got to fix her skin. I like the idea of her kind of at work in here, not being bothered or whatever. Let me put this in the box, or no, in the folder. All the way down in the folder. I said all the way down in the folder, please. Okay. And so my concern is readability, because it may be a cool idea, but I've been sabotaged by my own imagination so many times. Like, could you imagine making flames out of the nose of the clown that's at the kid's birthday party? Nope, that's terrifying, and also doesn't make any sense. Because in the long run, this is client work. This is illustration. It may look like I'm just got freewheeling. Let me get this green that's up here. Permission to do whatever the heck I want. But really, fill it in. I said fill it in. There we go. In reality, we gotta play. We gotta color within the lines. Okay. I want this doll. I want this doll. I feel like I can make this doll. I don't really do that kind of thing. But here, this Noah, this is like a 3D project, you know, for school. We were talking about 3D earlier. Some clay. Clay is fun, though. Yeah, okay. What this is gonna need is some shadows. Good, I'm glad it reads. That is silly. That is silly. Okay, let's do a overall shadow. Let's see. Let's do an overall shadow, and it's gonna be a really kind of blue, maybe an not super dark. It's called ambient occlusion. The closer something gets to a surface, how much shadow it casts on that surface, it's called ambient occlusion. So like this vehicle drops a certain amount of shadow, but if you get down to these people who are laying on the ground, they're going to have more darker shadows closer to their forms. So because they're, you know, ambient occlusion stipulates just how much shadow they cast and how dark it is based on the light source and how diffuse it is and stuff. We're not being super scientific about it, but I do kind of want to make it sell a little bit, and we'll have to do that similarly kind of around that wheel. Sort of hungry. Now I could use this blending tool from Photoshop, but I'm going to do it my artsy fartsy way. Because it's good practice. Let's see, what is this? I don't want it to be that light. This is a very difficult brush to do this with. But I don't want to switch to a different one. I had to take a... Gotta go for now. Hey, thanks for hanging around. It was a lot of fun. Be awesome. What the heck are you saying? Blend out the main shadow. That's what I'm doing. Do you see? I'm not into super blendiness. I know that's like a main thing that you like. But I like what's called a painterly style. And that's not just an excuse. Because I can blend the heck out of some stuff. Yeah, you have a wonderful day/night as well. I like to see something painterly. I like to know that an artist has been here and see their strokes, and that's why I don't blend everything out. Don't like it. Well, I like it when other people do it just fine. I just don't want to do it myself. Does that make sense? I'm not trying to... Let's do a dark green for her shirt in here. Just remember trying to pull that dark color around. And I was going to do these chairs at one point like a dark green. You know, not super like evident. Yeah, painterly style. Like to see marks. Need more coffee, that is for sure. Let's do some shading on this guy. I can be a little sloppy because remember, this is going to be that big. So I don't want to get in here and just be like, you know, super anal retentive about every shadow, every overline, every holiday. I do want this to be a little bit more like, you know, they made a spool and used just a extension cord. Okay, I think it's time to... I gotta do something about this shadow right here. I don't want it to go over that. Photoshop for the win, yay! I feel like there needs to be some more highlighting up on the top. Why? Once again, I'm not being super tight about any of this. Partly if you get super tight with your with any kind of detail and you don't do it through the whole thing, well, then it's going to stand out like crazy. So if you're prepared to do ultra detail and ultra shading and all that, through the whole thing, then knock yourself out. But this gets the point across, and it's fun. It's still fun. I did want to lighten her up just a little bit. Oh, that's right. I was going to make her hair purple. Let's do it. Let's do it. And we're going to make it one of those that's like only part of her hair, right? Yeah. There. She's pretty cool. She's pretty cool. Should I make that a panda bear? I feel like I should make that a panda. He gets lost up there. I'm gonna look up a panda. Panda, not Pandora. Okay, so pandas. I'll start off by give me some of this. Give me some of this right here. I'm not going right for the white. I'm not doing it. It's a mistake. It's a mistake to go right for the white. Let's do. They have like a saddle. Yeah. Okay. So these are dark, and it goes around. Had to look up a panda. My assumptions about pandas were incorrect, so it's a good thing I looked one up. I'm going to change the color of that box behind him, though. Let's change the color of the box. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it a red box so that we can have like that color everywhere. There. It's a panda. Come on, it's a panda. Let's do the last shading, finishing touches. I think good enough. I think good enough. Thank you, Noah. Thank you. He works. He's so cute. It's so cute. Alright, I am going to move all of the spacecraft, etc. I just want to get rid of all these red markers that I had. This one was, oh, Falcon. Falcon, name it Falcon. I've learned some things. About spacecraft. Give me my... Alright, so here are all my... Let's put them outside the folder on their own. Lock all this jazz. Because I've done this before where I didn't lock what I was working on and I just scribbled over everything. Oh, I was so furious. Okay, Orion. Let's tip it up. And maybe turn it so it gets confusing a little bit. And then I usually do it like different sizes. Knock this down in size. I'm about to label all of them. My favorite is Sputnik. So different. So different. I missed the shuttle. No. No, it's right here. See it? It was just cleverly hidden. I want to be able to fit all of these in here. Now this is going to be a puzzle I didn't foresee having to do. Because remember, I got to label all these too. Stop! The Falcon now can't fit. Alright. Also, who named that thing the Falcon? It's nothing like the Falcon. Okay. Good. I can move these over. Ah! No, like this. I wonder if I should do one of those things where I put like an A next to it and a B and a whatever. I really want the Falcon to fit about the right size that I had it. I keep calling it a Falcon. I really hope that it is, actually. Yeah, baby. Should I handwrite them? I never handwrite them. I never handwrite them. Ooh, should I do it in that font? I love Babus. I use that font for everything. I have some of the dumbest fonts in here. I don't even know how. Alright. Super readable. Go. Even if I drop it down really small. I'm going to do one of these numbers. Falcon. Ah. What is this one? What is this one? Oh, my cat's going crazy. Mercury, 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 Mercury. Turn this way. I think this is Apollo. I didn't think there'd be a quiz. Yeah, baby. I got it right. This one's Orion. I'm gonna turn it like this, though. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn that to a place I don't hate, and then I'm gonna turn Orion. Don't forget to change the name, Orion. Guess I'm just gonna put shuttle here, because I don't think it has like any special name. Gemini. I'll shrink this just a little bit.
Hey, no fresh.
Sputnik. It is the one that is like the most different from everybody else's. You know, there's some that just like look like cones and whatnot, with red solo cups jammed on them. Okay, now that's pretty hard to find some of these. I don't want to go through and do like the hint lines and whatnot, but I might have to. And I gotta change up this hidden images up here. That looks like stupid. Alright, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go and eat something because, man, it has been a few hours of just sitting here and hearing my stomach grumble. It's 1 o'clock. It's not bad. My body only thinks it's noon, though. I play this game around time change time, where it's like my body thinks it's blah, but it's really blah. And then I wonder at it, why do we still do this? So, alright. Thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out and talking art and just talking stuff in general.